Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. Tonight is Queen Twin Power, and we are joining you live for Halloween. Hopefully, everybody's safe and you had a good time out and they can put them damn kids to bed and we can have some grown up talk. So grab some wine because I'm pretty sure they drove y'all nuts. Because, honey, my doorbell and my ring done drove me nuts for tonight. We are going to have our co host introduce herself, and then we'll get started with the topic, which is actually prenuptial agreements. So let's get started.
Happy Halloween. I ain't even gonna say Taco Tuesday. Happy Halloween. Hopefully everybody had a happy Halloween this weekend and all the days y'all celebrated. It's over now.
Girl, it's over. Hallelujah. Okay? Because I cannot. I never had this many
Halloween.
people.
I used to literally love Halloween.
I did. Quick caveat, condolences to everybody that has lost somebody over this weekend. It has been so many crazy things going on. I don't want to go into detail because tonight is a good night. I'm pretty sure you guys had really good time with your friends and family and stuff like that. But I don't ever want to be disrespectful as well. And so many condolences. And say a prayer for Dr. P's daughter because she went out. Well, she did not go out. I'm sorry. We have conversations with our young people to let them know, like, if you ever feel like you shouldn't do something or whatever, then don't do it. Well, something told her when we got in on Friday, I think, to go in there and tell her middle daughter that information. And two of her friends went out. One of the friends was dancing with a guy and he whispered to her to tell her he was about to shoot up the place. And so the friend with some sense, got out, but then realized the other friend was still in there and went back and got her. Y'all, young people, old people, whomever, this is not a joke. Even if somebody tells you something and you think it's a joke, like those are not playful topics. So take it serious and exit any situation that's uncomfortable or feels unsafe.
Were they okay?
Yes, they're okay.
Did he really shoot it up?
I didn't even ask that question. But my guess is if you had to run back in to get her, I was more concerned about my niece and that they were okay. That's what my and actually the second part to that conversation was, okay, now is a good time to have that conversation about revisiting your friendships because I don't know another way to say it. It be the kids with no fucking sense that'll get your kid hurt because that child shouldn't have to go back in there and get somebody. That doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. I told them they may want to move her to a friend you have brunch with, go to church with, stuff like that, because that person doesn't make good decisions when things is cracking. And for somebody to actually tell you, and you should have been gone then. That's what I think. Whatever. So for tonight's hot topic, hold on, y'all. Let me do something real quick. Okay, I'm back. I always forget to cut off the Wi-Fi. StreamYard is really pissing me off. You pay a lot of money to have this thing, and for today I'll be having all these problems. Okay, so let me show you. Well, let's keep along with the first topic. I'm gonna show you a video real quick, and then we'll talk about it. Damn it! Of course I got the call right now. Of course I did. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's your girl comedian Ray Diva, y'all favorite comedian, and let me tell y'all, this story makes me sick. I told y'all I was sick of the world, and this is why. Because right there you have Monteria Myers and Mineria Myers. These two young ladies were sent to their death by their own mother. That's right, y'all heard what I said. I'm so fucking disgusted at this story. It makes me mad every time I read about it. Anywho, because I'm going to bring y'all up to date on this story. The story goes, this is all alleged, that the mother was having an ongoing dispute over a man. right? And the person who she was having a dispute with owns or works in a beauty salon in Arkansas. So at some point, an argument ensued at the mother's home the night before the actual incident happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was an argument or a fight, but it was some type of disturbance at her home. So the next day, this lady grabs her 2 daughters, sends them into the salon with her scary ass to fight this lady, right? Mind you, they go into salon, argument starts, fight starts, and they're tussling, and at which time the owner or the lady in the salon grabs her gun, shoot both of the girls. One of them dead on the scene, the other one died at the hospital. I believe it was Monteria that was shot in the back of her head. Right. That's a question mark. Now, anywho. You think the mom went in to check on her daughters? No fucking ma'am. She left.
Rest in peace to those 2 innocent babies. So let me just say this, because okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate. Here's why I'm going to play devil's advocate. But we didn't do it like this. Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate because I'm from the hood. There have been situations that I have known of where somebody has been sent in that was a minor to have a fight because they were a minor and they would not get jail time. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I want to say that because I don't feel like it's fair once we reach a certain place that we forget certain things as well. Okay. Here's what, for me, it was never wrapped up in. I have had somebody ask me to fight before, and I've done it. But it was somebody my age, number one. And it was a smart mouth ass little girl getting smart with one of my elders. That's different. Okay. It was not my aunt or older cousin disagreeing with a grown ass woman behind a man, and you sent your daughters in. At this time, because the normal thing for people to do, hi mommy, is to pull a gun. Regular people aren't even fighting anymore. Like,
they don't.
You know, Tory Lanez out of I was watching Boosie earlier, which is why I'm using this example. I love him. He was talking about the situation with Meg, and then he was saying that his aunt brought up something to him that made him think about things differently, because they was talking about the situation, and the aunt was like, I'm not picking either side, but what I don't understand is anybody questioning how a gun had any place around a woman to begin with? And I was like, well, damn, that's true, because the fight couldn't have escalated like that because you're a man, even if it was a fight. So it was really no place for that gun. But
people just carry guns now.
But why did you pull it out? Because they're an open carry state. So they were in California, or they were in Texas when that happened?
Who?
Meg and them.
And California, up there at Kylie Jenner house over there.
They was. So in Texas is open carry. Here, I don't know why
open carry.
Right, we're not open carry. So again, goes back to the girls.
Everybody think they gangbangers and thugs.
They do. Because the girl in a couple cities over, the YouTuber that passed last year, she got into a fight with a grown woman that was 30, in her late 30s. The girl was in her young 20s, like 23. And the girl was whipping her butt, and she killed her.
That's
the YouTuber.
They everybody is punks. It's not like how it used to be when we was growing up and you get in a fight and you get beat up, and then you could fight the person again. That now, if they feel like they're getting beat up, they're gonna kill you. It's scary now. But for that mom to send her daughters in there
into a business.
and
What? She has every
I
right
wouldn't
to
even.
protect herself inside of her business.
Yeah, she and the thing is, I doubt that lady was young, like them girls' age. She just thought you sending your daughters in there, and now look it. And her mama needs to go to jail for that because
Into a business at that.
she needs to get charged for both of her daughters' murders because she the one who sent them in there.
She was an accessory,
Mm-hmm.
right? As that's called.
To me, it's the mama fault they got killed. You sent your
Yeah. But then the lady should be in trouble for shooting the girl in the back of the head.
Well, you never know what happened though.
I
We
hope
need
they
to know.
got cameras.
Yeah,
Because
we
if the
need to
lady is
know the whole
completely
story because
innocent,
just think if that happened to you and somebody you getting it, just think if the shoe was on the other foot, but you was the hairstylist.
that's why I said I hope it's cameras because we don't know the other lady, right? She could be completely timid. She could be, like you said, you don't know
Yeah.
the size, the age, the experience, what she's
And
been
she
through.
like, I'm about to shoot them. They probably she probably fearing for her life. But you sent your daughter in there over a raggedy ass girl, don't get me started. A raggedy ass man that probably don't even want neither one of y'all.
Because he sure wasn't with you. Okay.
I hope the mama is in jail now for that. I don't have
I
no.
didn't see any updates, so I don't know.
I
I
haven't
didn't
seen
see
no
any.
update on it. I haven't seen no update on it either.
I didn't see no updates. Otherwise I would have pulled him in. Okay, so one of the happy things is I hate to say Aquarius are always right, but we
We
typically
are.
are.
We are. We are. We are.
Here's why. Only because we do our research and we read. So before we have like a strong opinion on something or anything like that, we typically, even if we are, if it's something that's wrong, it was something wrong in what we got. So we'll just correct ourselves and it's no big deal to us. We're not egotistical at all. But what we're talking about comes from a source. It's not just, oh, I feel like this. But let me tell you something, even when we feel,
it be right most of the time. Bro, that's why everybody be mad at me. You think you know everything. I be like 9 times out of 10, I do. And I do.
2 seconds later, you was right.
I know. I know.
So our very own Rose told us last month that we should be nice to Shirley Strawberry because it's good to support them. You never know. You try to help them pull them out of it, X, Y, and Z. Okay. I am going to say that I believe with the help of prayer, and we do have to be fair, before these prison calls came out, Shirley Strawberry had already stopped talking to Ernesto. Okay. So she started the strength on her own, but I'm going to say that hearing those calls, because I'm pretty sure she's heard enough, hit that home run out of the motherfucking park. Because, baby, let me tell you, as a wife, as a woman, that sorry ass bastard son of a bitch. Oh my. That man is crazy. That man is off the hook.
That's why I'm saying that. That's why I was like, just give her a chance. Like, but that's just in me anyways. I'm always giving people chances. And I do that all the time. But with her, I just felt bad. Like,
yeah,
she's 60 and she looking for love. Like, you could tell she was desperate for love. And it's women, all women look for love. And sometimes you just mess up on it and you get it wrong. So it's like she still needed some grace. Like, why would everybody just kick her to the curb because of her husband? That was not, I just didn't think that was fair.
You're right. You're completely right. Despite all of the pieces, and they slowly unfolded that she did not know, um, which is what I said, because I'm like, these things don't make sense, y'all. At least be
At
logical.
all.
Damn, they
It
don't
didn't
make
make
sense.
sense at
When
all.
she moved her property, I knew she wasn't that far gone. I'm like, oh no, because remember everything else crept up on her, so you can't do that. Once she got wind, she started making different moves. But like you said, in case it was innocent, because we was going off of what we know now versus what she was going through then. She was sticking by her husband. That's what you're supposed to do.
What you supposed to do
You're
until
supposed to do
proven
that.
guilty. Until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to tell what her good news is?
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay.
Steve Harvey renewed her contract for 5 years for $5 million. So he did not let her go.
No, he did not. So let me show you something though. So I was wondering like what the difference was in pay and X, Y, and Z. So that raises one hell of a motherfucking raise from 4 a year. He
Dang.
more than doubled her salary. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. I'm a potty mouth, but let me tell you something. Can't nobody pray like me. Let me tell you something. When God will prepare your table at the seat of your enemies, God will give you what you lost back twofold, sevenfold, whatever fold. God will restore you. God will make it as if you have never lost something. And when I tell you when you're going through something,
That's why
you
I
can't
just could
even
not
breathe.
I could not see Steve doing that to her. I just couldn't. Now, if it was anybody else, like if it was a new network or anything like that, maybe. But I just could not see Steve
Yeah.
Harvey doing that to Shirley Strawberry. I just couldn't see it. The only way I could see it is if Marjorie was behind it. Now, if she would have got fired, I would have literally put that on Marjorie because I just can't see Steve doing that to her.
Yeah.
It would have all been behind Marjorie.
Not when she literally helped him build his career. She came in as the person with the experience. He didn't have the experience. You know, he was the face and the name, but she was the one with the experience. They needed each other. They brought them together on purpose. They asked her to work with him. So that's why he is forever grateful to her. But not only did he renew the contract, he shit on everybody right in her face. I love that. That is what it is for a black man to cover a black woman. That is what that looks like because he was able, he did
was
it.
good. Even 400,000 was good for her to get.
Come on, because that would help her still get on her feet because everything else has been removed. But he's like, no, I'm gonna speed it up. I'm finna put everything that you thought you needed this man for. I'm gonna give it to you.
At all.
Here you go. You don't have to walk in my house and feel like this no more. Go get your own.
I just hope
she is the highest paid person.
Is she?
She's not a main person. She is the highest. When I saw that salary and I did the research, she's the highest.
The highest in what?
Being paid as a
co-host.
Oh,
that's good.
On the radio.
Because I know they said that a lot of people say radio don't pay that much money.
It does not. It does not. And it pays even less now.
Yeah.
That's what people are complaining about. It's going down.
I hear them say that all the time. So for her to even be getting $1 million is really a blessing. 400,000.
400. Because the Brooke girl
400,000 was good.
Mm-hmm. The Brooke girl that was just or is going through being arrested, her salary is $90K a year.
British?
British. Yeah, British.
Oh, for being on Housewives, Basketball Wives?
No, for her being working on a radio station. I didn't know it either, child. She working a radio station. That's her regular salary is from the radio station. 90 a year.
The one that's on Basketball Wives that's about to go to jail? Or are you talking about somebody else?
No, her.
Oh, I didn't know she was on the radio.
Me either. Yeah. I didn't know before this, but yeah.
Yeah, she was being, so that means she literally was just being greedy then. Because you
Yeah,
getting your
she was
salary
even
from the radio station and Basketball Wives. But that goes, that's a whole nother subject. But that goes into that thing when I always be said they be trying to keep up with the Joneses, keeping up a facade for social media for people to think they got it like that.
right
Like,
to make us
girl,
think we're doing something wrong. Because inadvertently, that's what it makes some of us feel like what the fuck am I doing wrong that
and
I'm
you
doing
not,
this
because look at what she
and
out
you're
there
not.
scamming, doing all kind of illegal stuff. Like,
You're not. And it's hard. I get it because you're looking at somebody and like, trust me, I get it. I
girl,
get it.
let
It's
me on.
very
I'll be a
hard.
regular girl wearing fashion over in Shein.
Girl, I'm never gonna stop shopping where I shop.
Me
Even
neither.
with my increases, with lifestyle change, different things like that, I'm still the same person. I like what
Yeah,
I like.
I can't see myself doing that. They would literally have to give me that stuff. I cannot see myself going out there buying all that Gucci and all that. I just can't see it because first of all, they really don't want us in that anyways. But we're the ones that buy all that stuff.
Yep, I'm a walking promotion for you. If you're not paying me for this, I'm never ever
Yeah,
taking a
like
picture in
I'm not,
this.
and that's all they do. They wear all that, and like what's his name said, half of that stuff be rented or they taking it back, and then but
Yeah, I
they
heard
make
that.
it look so good on TV. They have the regular people like us going in there, really buying the stuff or buying the fake stuff too,
Right,
or
and they not getting nothing from it.
right.
Hey, pumpkin.
Hey,
Um,
Lucas.
let's see. I'm so happy for her, and God bless you, Steve, for doing God's will and blessing
I'm
her.
happy Steve
For
did that.
real, for real. That
Mhm.
made me so happy when Rose sent it to me. I had to call her. I was like, I'm really happy.
I was happy when I seen it. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God, I'm so happy for her.
yeah,
Now she could just keep it moving. Like, boy, don't
yeah.
even call me when you get out of jail. I ain't putting no more minutes on my phone or nothing.
Well, she done stopped because, honey, even in the conversations, he pissed at her, honey, talking about her all bad with the mistress or whatever. Like, whatever. You deserve everything you get, you slope dick bastard. Um, so let's move to the topic. And it is going to be on prenups. But I wanted to play this because I just found it so interesting. So let's
Uh,
see. Tyrese crazy, but
that's why I was like, cry Reese, cry Reese.
he wasn't crying. Let's see. Here
I
we go.
know. Look, I'm like, I know.
Now you want $20,000 a month for a 1-year-old? Now you've hired 3 law firms to try and knock my motherfucking head off. My prenuptial agreement was so detailed and so extensive. My lawyer whispered, she had her own lawyer to negotiate on her behalf. My lawyer, 𝒂𝒏𝒆𝒅, said to me,
His name dropping.
I can't believe you got her to sign this. And I said, well, the reason I got her to sign it is because she said to me specifically, this ain't mine.
Yes. So she said, hey, this ain't mine. But when the divorce happened, now she's trying to break the goddamn prenup. And trust me, on her podcast, on her YouTube channel, she's not telling anyone that she's trying to break the prenup to access more of Tyrese's money because she didn't get the $20,000 a month she wanted in child support.
So before we get started, why make them rich and they don't respect us at all? Period.
Exactly.
Okay. So what do you think about prenups?
I'm for prenups. The only reason why it's kind of iffy because I feel like when you're doing a prenup, it almost makes it seem like we gonna get a divorce anyways. When we love each other, it's like we get it married, but we gonna get a divorce one day. So when we do, you ain't getting X, Y, and Z. That's the only reason why I don't like prenup. But I do feel like everybody that have something like in a situation like Tyrese, if you're a mega superstar and you marry somebody regular, like if you marry one of us, I would expect me to have to sign a prenup. But if I'm having kids, all that would have to be in here. However long I'm married to you, if I have kids, all that stuff that needs to be in the prenup that I'm going to get some money off of that because you're not about to just leave me when we get a divorce high and dry. You're not going to do that. So if we've been married for long, if you don't let me work and you want me to stay at home and all that, every year that we married, I need a couple of million to go onto that. That's how I would have to work. But I do feel that it's unfair for women like Tyrese's ex-wife to feel like girl, you don't need $20,000 a month, especially when you the one that let somebody talk you into getting a divorce. That's your fault. That's your fault. Now he should have to take care of his daughter, but he should not have to take care of you because you the one who wanted a divorce. Now I could see if Tyrese was out there cheating on her and doing that, but that wasn't the case. So it's just different. Sometimes I feel like prenups are good and sometimes it's bad. In his case, it worked out in his favor. Some prenups I feel like are bad. I can't think of nobody off the back right now that was with a husband for years and years and just left broke, but I'm pretty sure they out there.
They are.
But I do feel like it should be, if I came into this, whatever I came into it with, I should leave with. But if we did things together to make you make the money, then that should be split equally. Just so on and so. Oh, I'll give you an example. Steve Harvey's first two wives, hell, they didn't get nothing.
The wife before Marjorie.
The wife before Marjorie. I think the wife even before that didn't get nothing.
But the wife before Marjorie did.
Okay, no, the one before Marjorie be the one still talking mess. So
she's
it can't
lying.
be, huh?
She's lying.
Because she said that she
remember we talked about that before. If you didn't get anything, how did he end up broke? You did get something. He gave you a house. He gave you money. You lied.
Ain't that the one that he took the son from, though? He took her son from her?
He took her
she
son?
said, yeah, he took, that's the last one. She said that when they was gonna get a divorce because Steve Harvey was cheating on her, she said that she told Steve to just they was living in California already. And she told Steve that she had filed for divorce in Texas so they wouldn't take all his stuff. Because she knew if they would have filed in California, everything would have been split down the middle. So she said, let's just do it in Texas. And Steve still did her scandalous. So it's like we always said, it's the truth.
Oh, mommy said yes.
Yeah, he took her son.
How did he take her son? I don't understand what that means.
She said that he came to her house one day. He had the police come to her house and was like, Steve Harvey has custody of the son now. He went behind her back.
Her son or their son? It was her son?
It's their son.
Oh, okay.
And he just...
So how did he take the son?
Had the police come pick him up.
We'll have to talk about that another show. Yeah, I don't understand. If the child belongs to both of y'all, he didn't take shit. It's his kid.
I don't know how he did it, but she said he took her son and then like basically Steve Harvey turned the son against her. That's the one the Winton one. But I don't know. Like we said, it's always the truth, a lie, and then
no, I just didn't know none of that. So it's fine.
Yeah, but I think she didn't get all what she deserved because she actually was with Steve when he blew up. Then he lost everything, then got it again with Marjorie. So that's one person I know for a fact.
He did give her money and property, though. He did.
Oh, well, I don't know what.
But here's the thing. So that's why the conversation of prenups, it does include he got custody, right? He didn't take her child. That's why I was like, wait a minute, took her child.
Well, yeah, that's what she said. He took him.
I need y'all people to realize this. You ready? You ready? Because this is when y'all bitches finna be mad. Agent, why you don't have no kids? Because it won't be mine. It'll be ours. And I don't have time to be dealing with no motherfucker that I gotta kill. Okay? I don't. Because baby, let me tell you. If I take care of it, it came out of me, and then you one day pop up and want to pull some shit.
That be messy. Let's see how
that's a whole nother human you have to deal with that don't go away.
But it ain't like he got to deal with him like that, and he got all them
No, no,
maids.
no. I'm saying when you have a baby by somebody, that other parent is a whole nother human that you have to deal with, and you can't say my eye.
Yeah. And we'll see how the thing goes with like Jeezy and Jeannie Ma. Because you see he filed for
the divorce.
He filed for the divorce, but then he want 50-50 custody. You know, if they do that, they don't have to pay child support.
So that's what I was going to lead with. Okay, so when you have a prenup, child support is not included in the prenup. Prenup is something separate. So that's separate. So a prenup, people can go back and forth. It should be what's in the best interest of both of you. I personally would I sign a prenup? Yes, if it included everything that was for my betterment and the partner's betterment, and then for us, because it would have a lot of stipulations. The reason why the ones in California have so many stipulations is because the laws are not in our favor. It's just not. Even with custody, things like that, that's why people get custody. So in one regard, I believe that some mothers set themselves up to have their child taken, okay? Because here's the thing. If you are telling me, and I know regular, everyday fathers that do this, I don't know, there's not one father in my family that doesn't either have full custody of their child or 50-50, and they still pay. But it's for this reason. If you are whining to me and complaining to me all the fucking time, this costs this, and I need money, and then give them to me. But see, the mothers want to get mad when a man says, then give me my child. But the reality is, if you complaining all the fucking time, then give me the kid. I don't want to hear your goddamn mouth. I don't see anything wrong with that, because guess what? It's not your child. So even if he takes that child and has a nanny all day, that's his business, because he can afford to do it, and he don't have to listen to your damn mouth. Because according to you, you can't do anything. If you can't do anything, then give him the child.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You put yourself in that position. Now, as it relates to a prenup, you can make it say whatever you want it to say. Do I believe, like Ro, that if you want your husband or wife to stay at home, rather the other person walked into the marriage with or without anything, you have two options. Because I'm pretty sure it is, like in this example, Tyrese's name is probably why your YouTube channel is what it is. The different opportunities that you get, I'm pretty sure it's leveraged off of his name. So take that into accountability, into account that you're leading a lifestyle you wouldn't lead if it wasn't attached to him. You really need?
And he said she's whatever kind of job she really got. He said she made decent money. He said she at least makes $180,000 a year. That whatever job she has. So he was like, he don't understand how she wants $20,000 from him a month.
Because she still wants the lifestyle, but doesn't want the man. I would not negotiate a prenup every year. I wouldn't.
No, not negotiated every year. Every year that we're
married, year over year, as long as you're in a marriage, every like milestone, kind of like when we're at work and we're vested in our 401k. Every year, every so many years you're vested. I do agree with that. So I was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
That was my other thing that I was getting to. I do believe that after a certain amount of time, because here's the thing. Even if, like we say, the stay-at-home mom, why didn't she do this, this, and this? Well, maybe she didn't want to be an entrepreneur, but maybe she wanted to be a doctor, okay? But she didn't become a doctor. But by the time you divorced her 50 or 60, she could have been making X amount of dollars. But because she gave it up to be a wife, do things for you, then she didn't. Then I do believe that you owe her that, because her career that she wanted, whether real or unreal, because yours didn't necessarily was going to happen either. It happened, but you didn't know that was going to happen. Well, same for her. If she was in her field, it could have happened. And more likely, actually, especially if you're in entertainment, she could have been making X amount of dollars. She could have invented something by then and become a millionaire, but she didn't, because she was invested in the marriage. he or she, I do believe they should not. You can't start your career over at that point.
Yeah, then they should. Tyrese and his wife was barely married. They was married less than 5 years.
Right. And to me, less than 5 years should be a no-go. Unless, no.
He should have to pay her a little bit.
He shouldn't. She got money. She's fine. Yeah. And she got a YouTube channel and everything else. She's fine.
Well, no, I'm saying if they doing it like that, but in Atlanta, I mean in Georgia, I guess they're not doing it like that. But I'm saying, like I said, with Tyrese,
they're not. He's not out here no more.
They in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I think that he probably should have to give her something, but not that much. Not no 20,000.
For what? She left him.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
You know that's in prenups. So look, prenups usually.
I'm like, I take that back because I said that in the beginning.
Like, yeah, she left him
because you the one who filed for the divorce.
Now, if he cheated and ended the marriage, then I would agree.
Let your mama, your bitter mama. Sorry to all the moms out there, but some of the mamas be bitter too and messing up their child marriages. You let your bitter mama and your lawyer make you file a divorce. Now you over there looking stupid.
And you watching another woman get shit.
Yeah, I don't care if that's your mama. Sometimes moms make the wrong mistake too. And your mama was being a hater, period, point blank. Or they thought you was really about to get that 20 G's a month and telling you just to leave.
They thought she was finna cash the F out. If they build something together, don't they have to split it? Yes.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. If they
prenup is free. Anything before the marriage is off the table. Anything acquired together, but acquired together means we did it together, not my career. If they acquire it together, then yes. So to me, you better off, because it don't look like he was selfish. You better off being given a certain allowance while you still need to make some type of moves. You fucking retarded.
That's what I said. I don't. That's what I don't get when they got men that have money like that. I would be stashing money
and you have access to do anything you want to do. You could make.
I'd be stashing that. I would be stashing.
It ain't even stashing it. Just invest it. Do whatever. Do something to be creating something. Because what if something happens to him and he can't do it anymore? You need to be able to help and support him. I just believe that you both have a responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
What if something happened and he went bankrupt? Like,
look how when they went on that writer, whatever it was, and Tyrese was like he couldn't work, and it was like people was like, oh, they got to sell their cars and all that. He was like, but good for him, he had invested in certain things. But I think they said even he had sold some of his cars, like because they so used to living a certain lifestyle and making
borrow money.
Yeah, they couldn't. That's what it was. He was like, he can't go on tour because when it was COVID and all that stuff, that's what it was. I'm like, it was something that was
COVID knocked a bunch of people on their butt, unfortunately, because stock went down. All of those things happened. So again, life can happen to anybody. You can make all. Let me tell you something. I've made some pretty good damn decisions, and I have taken some motherfucking hits since COVID. If you have a 401k or any investments, look what happened to Amazon. Amazon was $2,700 a share, and it went down to less than $500 overnight. Do you know how much money people lost? It can happen to anybody. Anybody. So with that in mind, you would think that you would want to be a helpmate. Women, you're supposed to be a helpmate. And it's nothing wrong with her. She able-bodied. She just wanted that was a set. Was that a setup? I think that was a setup from the beginning. But to me, a prenup, would I sign it? I would. But to Rose's point, it would have to make sense. Because the longer I'm vested and also show that I want to be there, I don't cheat, nothing like that. I didn't marry you just for your money. Because I get that certain things come along with certain families that you enter, and it can be scary for that family. They have a lot to lose. Most women stay married because they have no access to the money, then hoping you will get it through divorce. That's very true.
That's why I'll be stashing money somewhere. All while I'm ready to get a divorce, I'll be stashing it from the beginning.
Don't stash too much if you got that prenup and you acquired that during marriage.
No, he wouldn't know where I stashed it. It will be a secret.
But the lawyers will.
Oh yeah, that is true. Dang.
I'm trying to tell y'all, marriage is a cold motherfucking contract.
That's why a lot of people don't want to get married now, because they be like, marriage is a business, and then you lose so much. Why can't you just be, if you love somebody, why can't you just be with them? It's just a piece of paper. A lot of people say
it is just a piece of paper, but that same piece of paper can screw you in the end. So let's go to the second point for me is that so many people that be wrapped up in these type of conversations, so upset, talking about women only gold diggers, all they want is our money. It be the niggas that work at Chipotle. You don't need a prenup, sir. Why are you so angry? That's never going to happen to you. It's very similar to the niggas that be like, she just want my child support. Nigga, you pay $42.53 and you are passing. You be the ones that be the loudest. Talking about women like we not nothing. Not if it's in my safe and my mama, don't be telling. My mama just
put it in a stash somewhere. under your mattress, no.
Girl, you better cut that motherfucking mattress open, put it in there, and sew it back up. I don't. Yeah, no. It's very interesting when I see these topics. So what struck this topic for me is seeing all those stupid lists that's going around right now about where not to take somebody. Now, here's my problem with the list. It's the same as with these topics. A lot of these things will never apply to certain people. And those are the people talking the most about, well, this happened and that happened. And they talking about they don't even know somebody that it's even happened to. So it'd be like, what is your problem? Like, this never happened to you. So like, chill the entire hell out. And you got the most to say. You've never experienced it. Your parents didn't experience it. Like, simmer down, W2.
It was probably the same thing, because the girls who made the list, like, come on now.
So how do we know the girls made this list? So to me, if anybody paid attention to the list, they were things that you should laugh at. And it like literally struck a nerve with so many people. Like, one of them, the one that I posted, because I thought it was funny and people were still upset. One of the things on there is like, girl, if you don't, what was it? If you don't want me to ask for this on the first date, then don't ask me to pay your tithes. I thought that was funny. So I thought
it was that one too, because I'm like, hey, who asking somebody to pay some tithes?
Girl, and even if you do, you can't pay the Lord for me. Like, that ain't cool. I gotta pay.
I need you to pay my tithes this week, because
yes, like that's not even real. So you notice I didn't post no list, but I posted that one because I'm like, oh, this one is funny. It still brought out the women are delusional. Blah. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, how do you not see something we should laugh at?
Like you said, y'all ain't even about to take nobody to Cheesecake Factory. Y'all just trying to have somebody come to y'all house. So shut up.
Thank you. I just don't understand. Everybody just be getting their panties in a bunch, and it be the people that got holes in their panties. So please don't have them in a bunch too. Like, what is wrong with y'all? This is not about you, okay? Like, we are not in certain tax brackets. I, however, am in the cheesecake. I'm still in that tax bracket. But,
girl, like I said before, I love the Cheesecake Factory. That's why I was like, it's so much stuff that you can get off.
I don't like that food at all, but I wouldn't.
Like Cheesecake Factory?
I don't like it. But I have been taken there. And when I was taken there, I think Jambalaya. I think I always play it safe and get the jambalaya.
Jambalaya is good. No,
Yeah.
I literally love the Cheesecake Factory. I would say probably like a couple of years ago, I really wore Cheesecake Factory out. Me and my friends would just be going for the happy hour. They got the best lemon drops. Like, I can name a grip of stuff that Cheesecake Factory got that's good. The only thing I hate is they don't do reservations no more. I like Cheesecake Factory. Like, it's in the sister company to that, the Grand Lux. I love the Grand
They
Lux.
do again. They do reservations again.
Oh, they do?
I
Yeah,
just went.
love the Grand Lux is a little bit more fancier than Cheesecake, but it's still their sister place. Like,
I'm an Applebee's girl, so it's not like, again, I'm not saying I wouldn't do
I'm
something
not going
in
to
that price.
Applebee's. I just don't like Applebee's. I don't
I
like
like it.
I don't
I
like
like the wonton
Applebee's.
tacos.
Well, those are good. That's why I said I would go to Applebee's for their happy hour.
Appetizers.
Yeah, like appetizers, and that's it. I don't like Applebee's or Chili's. I just don't.
Oh, I don't like Chili's. They cannot season their food.
That's what I said. It don't have no seasoning, so it ain't nothing that I think I'm too good for it. I wouldn't go there my own self, so I don't want to go there. But Cheesecake Factory,
Can I put that in my prenup? Oh, post-nup.
I'm going there all day long. You could Cheesecake Factory me.
Everybody always pick there, so that's why I have my signature dish that I get, because again, everything and all about you. So if my friends or a date or whoever wants to go there, I'll let them go there. I really don't care. I really don't, because like you said, I can find something on the menu. So if somebody really likes it, like, I really don't care. And it's not cheap either. Dates these days, period, is not cheap. I got a damn salad from Chick-fil-A. The other day, I wanted a salad so bad, and I got one from Chick-fil-A, and it was $20. So nothing is cheap no more. You need to be grateful to people, because and I do mean the word grateful, because women were typically the ones that are, taken on the first date or whatever. What did she say? I can go for crab bucket.
And eat like Marlon Wayne's own one.
Oh, you funny tonight, ma'am? You funny tonight, Miss Ma'am?
That my problem would be me on the first day. I drink a lot. Not like I'm an alcoholic, but even like I said, when I go by myself, I don't deprive myself. If I want something to drink, I'm gonna drink it. I might drink.
So mommy bringing up crab bucket. If I used to go to crab bucket. I don't know more, because they lost their damn mind, charging $42 for a pound of crab legs when they are $9.99 at Albertsons. But anyway,
right.
Out of their damn mind. But when I have gone to crab bucket a couple times on a date, I'll tell the person over the phone, I like this. This is what I eat on a regular. When we go in, I'm telling the waitress is gonna know my order. So this is what I'm telling you in advance. I will pay for myself, because I'm gonna order what I want.
I want to eat.
Yeah, I'm not being disrespectful to you, but you asked me what I want, and this is our first date, and I need to be comfortable to be on the date, because I'm a very shy person. So that is why I offer. Now, you get the bill and it might be some left, or you get the bill and they'll pay the bill and then I pay for the tip. I'm okay with any of those things. But I take that off the table in advance, because to me, for a first date, that was something that's expensive, but I can only eat certain things. So I would do it. I would go to churches, Mom, except the one I really love is in the hood. And I can't be taking no first date to the hood, because if they can't fight, I got to lead their ass. I don't deal with men that can't fight. See, I got bigger problems that I'm thinking about than where the hell I'm eating. At this point, Cold Stone's $20 for ice cream. Like, ladies, it's not fair. It's really not. If you think it's that fair, then I challenge you for all of Q1 of next year, when you are dating, go on as many dates as you normally go on, and you pay for them.
Right.
That is expensive. That is very expensive. It is. And if you're trying to get to know people, they have the right to go on a date every single day if they want to. But you can't. And y'all all know, in California, the light bill is high, rent go up, gas is high, food is high, water is high, everything is so high. Be kinder to people, because even if they make well into six figures, people's money is impacted right now. A lot of people are still recovering from COVID. Everybody didn't get those loans and bailouts and this and that. So a lot of us are like trying to make it. Okay. We're trying to make it. So be kind, because that's why these niggas want prenups on y'all ass, because y'all can't even go to the Cheesecake Factory. You a fool out the gate. What would you tell your son?
Girl, I'll be like, let me meet her first and foremost, because I'm gonna tell you who you need to talk to and who you don't. I'm gonna tell them period point blank, when you go on the first date, he gonna know. You ain't taking none of these little raggedy little girls nowhere high. I'm pretty sure the little girls ain't gonna like me. I'm very sure they're not, unless they
They can respect it or not.
Yeah, but you're not taking them. But I will teach him how to treat women. Like, I'm gonna have to teach him, open the doors. I do that for me now. I be telling you, supposed to open the door for mommy and do that. If it's a woman, like, I'm gonna have to teach him really how women like to be treated, because I don't like the way a lot of the men are now, and a lot of men blame it on because they didn't have their dad around. But your mom can still show you. Your mom can still show you how to treat a woman, because she's a woman. So I would have to teach that, install that in the mirror. When you go on a first date, you don't have to spend all your money on no woman. You take her somewhere where it's cheap or for free, so y'all can get to know each other.
Your daddy didn't teach you how to put your weenus in somebody either, but you figured that out.
And
your
then when
daddy
you
didn't
feel
teach
like
you a bunch of stuff.
When you feel like you want to spend some money on her, talk to me first, and I'll tell you if she's worth it.
Because, honey, these days, let me tell you, so we got toddlers around us. So 𝒁𝒂𝒏𝒆 toddler, she fell at school with a little boy, and now she told him that they are now in love because they fell together. Now she has fallen in love.
Well, they fell together, so they did fall in love.
Harley's little school. See, we're gonna be up there next week again. A little boy told her that he loved her and he gonna marry her and buy her a ring and a purse.
Oh, okay. See,
a little boy that already brought her flowers, and another little boy, Mill. Yes, Mill, I'm talking to you. If your granny watching, I'm talking to Mill. This little boy, they've been in daycare since forever together. And now they go to school together. Girl, he done told her he got a girlfriend now. But he don't call Harley his cousin. That's his wife. He gonna marry her. Mill, this your cousin. It's my wife. I'm gonna marry her.
Girl, and be serious.
And serious. When I tell you he is so serious, and he been serious since they been so small. He, on her birthday, he got her drive to the house and bring the gift on her birthday, stuff like that. Here's where I say it's amazing. These children aren't around married couples, but somehow they picking up on married attributes. I think it's amazing. Let's feed that. Yeah. Because I think it's amazing. But my question was, how are these toddlers getting better play than us?
Right. I remember that one little boy when he was saying something to his mom about this little girl. I think his name was James. They was out eating seafood or something.
Little James.
Yeah, and then he was like, that's my girl, mama. She was like, James, you are 5 years old. He was like, that's my girl, and that's on life.
I can't remember what her name is. I'm gonna look up little James, y'all, because I just remember that.
Like, and that's on life.
And she's older.
I'm like, that's my girl, mom.
He still talked to her. His girlfriend, child. It's crazy. Yeah. So start training our kids, because things like prenups is important. things like not being legally married. If you don't want to be legally married, there is another way to do everything so that you own assets together. You get everything but Social Security. You're each other's beneficiary, all of that stuff, because you can do LLCs. You can put things into trust. You can do it other ways than to become married, because it is very expensive to get married and double to get unmarried. And I really feel like people that don't get legally married, sometimes things just go better.
That's what a lot of people saying. Like, is they know that they love that person, they'll still give them a ring and everything, but they're not doing that paperwork. There was like
That's why I wasn't mad at Yandy. At first, I didn't want to do the paperwork. I didn't want to sign it. I didn't want to sign it. And
I can literally understand it, but then people
my
like,
paperwork was not present on my wedding day.
Really? I know in like
I didn't want to do it.
in them other
You don't remember when Michelle looked at me?
Like
when Michelle looked at me, she looked like, what am I saying? Because I initially was going to say my maiden name. I was only going to say one last name because he hadn't picked up legally both last names. I didn't have apprehensions about him at all. I had apprehensions about all of the laws and so many things you just don't know. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel comfortable with the laws and him having children and other things like that. I just wasn't comfortable yet. And I just felt like as soon as you get married and people see the wedding is when you see the worst in people. And that's when it comes out. So I was like, let me just see first. But it was present, but not present. So yeah, but I never wanted to be legally married. I wanted to be married in God because that's our tradition. Mm-hmm. Jumping the broom, all of those things, spiritual is way more important to me. Legal don't have shit to do with it. Period. It's exactly just the same way you have the right to have children and never give them a Social Security number. You don't have to have your baby in a hospital. You don't have to put your baby in school. You don't have to do any of those things. That is your right as a human, but it's easier because of some of the benefits that come with it. Mm-hmm. But for me, with marriage, there are no benefits that come with it. I don't know, but no, I did not sign it on that day, but I love him wholeheartedly. I married him. He was my husband, and he was my husband on that day. I mean, I had my 32 rings to prove it. But no, I didn't want to. And remember, I worked at HR too. So I saw some pretty scary shit about what happens during divorce. But he had access to everything I had, and I had access to everything he had. So it's other ways you can do it, but it was in no way to keep anything from him or keep anything from me. But yeah, people, I think you should make decisions based on what's best for you. I think you should, because doing things that are not is ultimately what leads to the disruption. Because it's certain things that people feel very, very strongly about that are attached to things out of their control. And when that happens, some people suffocate and they feel like they can't breathe after they made that decision. Mm-hmm. And it turns into resentment and other things like that. And it's not worth it. If that's not your person, it's just not your person. But I think you should do what makes you comfortable. So prenups, yes, there are other things you can do outside of a prenup, though. And it's about educating yourself on them. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe I'll do that in my a members video, because that's something educational that you would have to really actually give a shit about it for you to watch it. But I will do it because there are becoming a lot more Black people specifically that are not wanting to enter into binding contracts because, first of all, we're still identified as 1/3 of a person, and we don't feel like things go for us and putting our names in the system, and things go different when we in court. They just do, because judges can override things. It's just a lot of things we have to fight against that also contributes to not wanting to do stuff.
Right. And when
I'll
that's
end with that.
people be saying it, I can see both sides on everything. When
I
I sat
can.
down with a man and he told me how he felt about that, I never thought about it at first because I'm so hell bent over wanting to be married. When I sat down and he explained that to me, I was like, damn, like I low-key understand now. Like, okay.
It's
I
a lot.
literally understood it. I was like, that I never thought about it like that. I'm just thinking about, oh, that's my husband. We need to decide. But when he explained everything to me, I'm like, dang, that makes
So what are some of the things that he shared with you that sparked your interest? Because I didn't hear things before I got married.
He was just basically saying how you said before, like weddings cost a lot, but divorces cost more. And it's easier if you just don't get married, because marriage basically, like I said before, he said it's a business. So once things go left and y'all get a divorce, you can lose a lot that you would not have lost if you never got married. But if you are in one of the
In
states,
court,
like
never got married with the paperwork.
but you still can lose in California with this common law. That's the
There's
only
no
thing.
common law in California.
It's not no more. When they
Only 7 states have common law left. So the people that already are like my aunt and uncle, they were never ever married, but they've been together since the 80s. So they was grandfathered in. It cut off, I think, in 90 something.
Oh, okay, but he was still saying that it's a business, and he was like, you have more to lose with getting married if things go left.
You do.
He
You
was
do.
like,
Things are outside of your control that a person can do
like,
just because they're being vindictive.
Yeah, he was like, you don't, if you love somebody and you really want to be with them, he was like, you don't have to marry them. But then he said also a lot of men nowadays marry women because the women look good on paper. Not to say, girl, I was just, you know me, and I'm drinking. I'm really just like, what the hell? But he told me the truth, and he was like, you ain't ready for this. I was like, I actually am. It's just crazy to me because you know how some of us be like, he married her. What, like, that don't seem like nobody he would marry. He was like, because they look good on paper, whatever. They have more to
Her
gain.
family, what she has attachments to.
Yep.
Her money.
Paper, so that's why they married. So he was like, it's all a business. It's all business.
It
I'm
is.
like, wow, y'all cold with it. But it did make sense. It'll make you feel like if you really did have something to lose, like, why do we have to get married if we love each other? We know we love each other, so why do we have to get married? Just think when you get married and people be lying all the time, and then they got all these kids everywhere. The baby mamas find out that you even got married to a woman that got some kind of money. Now they trying to go after your wages because of the baby. It's too much stuff in it.
And these are things that you don't know. You only going based on what the person is telling you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They're changing alimony in California too. I looked it up. I was trying to see what year it went away. That way I could tell you guys. Because it's gone. I had to stay abreast of this stuff because there are certain states that 1895. That is not true.
What they say?
1895. Maybe that was on a federal level, because remember you have federal level and then it's a state level law. So state level can keep it because it was in place in the 90s, but this is saying 1895. That's not true. I'll look it up and put it in the comments. Yeah. But it's over. It's only still open in certain states. It was beneficial to let go of things like that because of things like Social Security. So we know that they did it for in their favor, not in our favor. It was nothing like that because certain things, like there are certain jobs that allow you to add your domestic partner. They call it domestic partner now to your insurance and stuff like that, and their children. So it's certain things that are at federal, kind of like minimum wages at federal, and that's across the board. But then you have it as more for your company what minimum wage is, and the state can do it. It's very similar to that, but no, it's no more in California. Again, I think it's like 7 states that's left. I needed to know that when I was in HR. I'm no longer in HR, so I don't keep up with that, but I do know that it's gone. What was I going to say? Yes, I agree with everything that you said. Yes, those are all red flags. There is no common law. You can do other things to have partnerships together. If you guys get a property together or anything like that, you could put it in a trust. Kind of think about Baby Fat and Russell Simmons and Kimora. They still own that business together and thus paying themselves out of that business. So is marriage a business? It is a business. Should you sit down and talk about it like it's a business? It'll be in your best interest too.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be in your best interest too, because the reality is, think about it from this perspective. You want to have as much as you can have written down, because let's just say, and I'll end with timelines. If you are married to somebody for less than a year and they were previously married and you pass away, everything goes back to the last wife, not to you as the new wife. You weren't married long enough. If they have pension or anything like that, it goes back to the last wife. It doesn't come to you because you're not married long enough. But if you put certain things in a trust, and you could put your life insurance in a trust, your pension in a trust, it's not in your hands yet, but you could put those things in a trust and then put that person. So when people say this just happened, it didn't just happen, but I get it. Those are things we just don't know. So spread those things as you learn them, because that was a big one that I filed in life insurance claims in HR. When the new wife would call and they had been together all these years because he was separated from the previous wife, and now you guys made the leap, the divorce went through, he was waiting on the kids, whatever it was that other wife still needed, and he was doing her a solid. But now it has in turn fucked you. You have to put those things in a trust. So it's other ways to do things. So is marriage a business? Everything is a business. Are you crazy? You can love somebody all you want to, but do love pay bills? Do love make sure that you're taken care of? Do love make sure your child is taken care of? It does not. Take care of it while you're not angry, while you have the best intentions for the other person, because you'll make better decisions, even as it relates to 13. You are well, why you didn't find the answer I'm looking for, Secretary of the State? Ooh, I'm on my way over there because you really on my nerves tonight. No, I'm just playing. She's feeling better, guys. Shit, what was I saying? It's better to go ahead and do it while you agree. I even discussed that with having a baby and getting the blood work done at that point. So that baby now belongs to both of y'all. It can't be no discussion. I believe that would minimize arguments, because guess what? If you don't have a dagger to throw, you can't throw that motherfucker. If you don't feel like, well, I'll just take half if I leave, and now you threaten this man, you can't take half. Y'all already talked about it. Or I'll put you out and you won't never have nothing. Oh, nigga, I'm gonna have something because we already wrote that out. You get what I'm saying? Like, you won't make these bold decisions because you don't have that on your back. Kind of like this fool moving forward, thinking I will get these things if I leave this man. I'm not about to play with her. I will have these things if I leave this man, or I could cheat because all of it's mine anyway. Yeah, I don't think you'll make some of these decisions if you thought you could walk away free and clear the way you want to. You would actually use your brain and keep using your heart. I really, really, really believe that. That's just me, though. So that's the last thing I have to say, is talk about it before you'll make better decisions throughout.
Right.
What do you say for? I have an actual mic. What do you say for your final, Rose?
Do what's best for you. Do what's best for you, because no matter what we say, a person gonna do what they want to do. They might feel like them not doing the prenup. Just do
whichever one you want. Yeah. Do something though.
Do whatever. I would say do whatever's best for you. Never listen to nobody else. Go with your gut feeling. If you feel a certain way, then you do that. Don't never listen to nobody else. Do what you feel like is right. And that's my final thoughts for tonight.
So subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll put below when common law stopped in California. Although it really doesn't matter. Actually, I won't put it below. Use your phone. Y'all got these $3,000 phones. Shit, I'm not doing that. Y'all don't pay me to do that. I meant that in the nicest way possible. So,
true.
Good night. Oh, what's the show about tomorrow?
Oh, what is this on the tip of my tongue? You know I'm tired. Oh, holidays. It's about the holidays since you know, whatever today was. See, I'm really getting tired. Halloween. Since Halloween is over, now you know all the focus. They don't even care about Thanksgiving. Now it's on to Christmas. So my topic tomorrow is why isn't holidays how they used to be when we grow up? Like, why don't we celebrate the holidays how we did when we were growing up? The holidays are different, so it's about holidays.
Okay, so that is perfect because our next topic is how to be financially smart during the holidays and dumb things you shouldn't do.
Exactly.
So that is going to be our topic for next week, which I promised y'all a while ago when the holiday season came. I was trying to get over Halloween first.
Right. That's why I said now that Halloween is over,
yeah,
because they don't even care about Thanksgiving. You see the stores literally is Christmas already. Everything is Christmas. You see a little section for Thanksgiving, but everything is Christmas. And that's been Christmas for like the last month. Like
it has. And I've already gotten 5 fraud things. So
I don't. Well, y'all see tomorrow. I literally hate Christmas now. I'll be like for real the Scrooge, whatever that thing is, the green thing, the whatever.
Grinch.
The Grinch. I'm talking about the Scrooge.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I hate Christmas now. I used to love Christmas. I literally hate Christmas now. But we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I don't even know what to say.
Girl, I hate Christmas. And I hate that I'm a little child now that, you know, they don't understand. But I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas.
So I'm going to title the next one, How to Unhate Christmas, because we're going to talk about all the dumb shit you shouldn't do. So how to unhate Christmas. Somebody remind me. But it's going to be fun. Okay. So, bye.
Bye, everyone.